Welcome back to the City of Palms podcast. Thank you for watching, viewing, and subscribing. It's episode 62. It's a special one. JusLo.
Yes, sir.
What's up?
We here, finally.
Finally.
Yeah. A little overdue.
I know. I was just looking at the DMs, like our DMs when I was talking to you, like before everything that happened. I hated sending that text. I was like, yo, I don't know, everything's going on, but I think we should reschedule.
Yeah.
But yeah, like you said, man, better timing here. Everything happens for a reason.
A lot more to talk about today.
Yeah.
I'm ready to talk.
All right, man.
Let's get into it.
Let's get into it. Yeah.
Yeah, let's just jump right in, bro.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Might as well.
Might as well, dude. We're here. So with music, dude, there's so much to talk about. But like with getting started, just doing your own thing, like I guess I want to ask, like, what school did you go to? I
went to Southwest Florida Christian Academy.
Word,
my
SFCA?
mom,
Word.
my mom's a guidance counselor over there. So like, thankfully, they gave us a little like tuition cut. You know what I'm saying? So me and my sister were able to go there. Thankfully, I moved here when I was about 8. So I went there from like 3rd grade all the way to senior year. And then when I graduated, I wanted to play basketball because I played basketball in high school. So I went up to Messiah College in Pennsylvania and played ball there. And I think it was like leading up to my junior year, like I just wasn't feeling basketball anymore. So I kind of went to the coach and I was like, yo, I'm not like really feeling this basketball thing, because I'm the type of person, like if I'm going to do something, I'm going to go all in. You know what I'm saying? So if I know I'm not going to be able to give you 100% of me on the basketball thing, I just got to let you know about that. So I told him, and I was like, I'm really loving this music thing. Like, it's a lot more fun for me. I found a love in it. And he was real not happy about that. But ended up quitting the team and then just kind of dove headfirst into music. I think that was like 2018. And started taking that shit seriously about 2 years ago. And then here we are now. You know what I mean? So it's really exciting.
Have you always been a pretty musical person through your whole life?
Yes and no. Like, I've always loved music. I mean, I played trumpet in 5th grade for a year, and then I just did choir because all my boys were in choir. But I mean, I just love music, but I'm not like musically inclined. Like if you give me sheet music, I don't know what the hell is on the sheet music. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I've just always been able to freestyle, and like that was something that was always stood out to me. So I started freestyling when I was like 11 or 12, and kept freestyling. And then in high school, I met my manager Sam through Acid Rap, Chance the Rapper's album. We started talking about that, became friends on that, and then we started driving around like freestyling and shit. And then it got to the point where I was like freestyling whole records. So then we were like, might as well just get a fucking mic and do this shit for real. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we got the mic, we got his cousin's mic, went in his garage in the middle of summer. It's like 105 degrees, no AC. Recorded a freestyle and then one other like bullshit, like little song that we thought was the one type shit. But recorded those, dropped those on SoundCloud. And then like everybody in the area was like, yo, this is actually like straight. Like obviously it wasn't anything crazy, but they're like, yo, you got something here. So went back to Messiah, ended up getting a key to the studio. I went to the dean and was just like,
Word.
I was like, yo, like I interned at a studio in Miami, actually. It's a funny story. So I interned at a studio in Miami, and I told them I lived in Miami because they weren't accepting any applicants from like Fort Myers, obviously. So I did the 2-hour there, 2-hour back round trip like 4 or 5 times a week. And you know, working at a studio, bro, like I get off at like 4 a.m., go home, get home at like 6:30 and have to be back by like noon type shit. So it was a hustle, but I learned enough there to be able to go back to the dean at Messiah and be like, yo, like, I know my way around the studio. Can I get a key? He took me down there and was like, what's this? Started pointing at like the EQ and the compressor and all this shit. And I was like, EQ, compressor, and just went through all of them. He was like, all right, I'm gonna make up a bullshit class for you, and then you can have a key to the studio and come whenever you want. So then after that, I was just like, all right, it's on. Like,
That's finesse,
let's get it.
That's
so
sick.
I would go to class, and like I've always been like somebody that was good at school. So like I never really took it seriously. So I would go to class through the day and then like go to the studio at like 6 p.m., just stay there till like 3 a.m. type shit. Yeah, every day.
Damn.
Every day. Just trying to figure it out, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm not musically inclined, so I was just like throwing shit at the wall nonstop. And I know my manager Sam was getting sick of me, bro, because I would send him like bullshit records, bro. Like I'd be rapping sometimes, but I would send him like we got this one song called Aesthetic, where I'm talking about like baby or booty aesthetic, like just dumb shit, you know what I'm saying? So like it took some while. Like I feel like that was like the artist development stage, you know what I'm saying? Like figuring out like what sound I want to go with, what image I want to go with. And then finally in 2019, like we just settled on JusLo and then ran with it.
That's sick.
Yeah.
Dude, so you have a background as far as like recording your own song or like
Very little, to be honest.
Okay.
Like I kind of just got lucky when the dean went down there. He just pointed at the easiest shit in there, honestly. But
right.
Over time, like just I record on my own computer in my crib, so like just taught myself. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Yeah.
Sick, dude. So that was 2019. You dropped.
Yeah.
You dropped. If you didn't know, that's when you put the EP together.
Yeah, that was in March. Yeah.
And did you have a better studio set up then, or was it still?
So actually in 2019, I graduated 2018 from Messiah. So like I only released I think one song while I was at Messiah, like just some shit on SoundCloud. And then when I came home, I bought a Neumann. I bought myself some monitors, bought an Apollo Twin, so I could just record at the crib because it's like $150 a session. And it's like you get one song, 2 songs done. It's like such a waste of money. So I just put the money down to get the stuff for the crib, and then I recorded If You Didn't Know just in my room. Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
Wow.
I was working a restaurant job, so I had to go in at like 2:30. So I would wake up, like living with my parents, they're early people. Like my dad's up at like 4 a.m. to go to the gym.
Yeah, I feel you.
So like, and they don't really care that I like to sleep. So he'll like have the blender going, TV on full volume at like 5 a.m. So I would just have to wake up when they wake up, and I would record. Like most of the songs on If You Didn't Know, I made like from like 6 a.m. to like 10 a.m. type shit.
Sick.
Yeah, just drinking hella caffeine, trying to wake myself up. You know what I mean? Because it's like rap music.
For sure.
Like I'm trying to turn up in my crib at like 7:30 in the morning, but man, it worked out. Yeah, dropped that, and then after that is kind of when it was like, oh shit, like we actually got to focus and start hustling, because like there's money to be made out there for this music thing, man. So
For
yeah,
sure.
Yeah.
So, and about the EP, I want to ask, is that still like, I don't know. I like to imagine it's still doing well, right? I don't know about, because for me, I know for me, like I play that often, you know, and like
sure.
I can imagine it's still, I don't know.
Yeah, it's definitely still doing well. I mean, Wristwatch definitely helped with that, just driving people to the page, JusLo page on Spotify, and same with TikTok helped with that too. People are going back to it, but yeah, I mean, it's still doing well. It's doing better than it did when we dropped. So like, that's a good sign. You know what I'm saying?
Good.
So
For sure.
absolutely.
Is hip hop your main musical influence as you were growing up? It was
For
mainly
sure.
hip hop.
Yeah.
Who were some of the dudes that you looked at as like, okay, that made you want to go and freestyle in the car?
So when I was little, my dad would take me to school and he would play like Common, like his old Common CDs, TI CDs, and I used to steal them shits and like take them to school and play them for my friends. So like when I was younger, I just loved like rappers, you know what I'm saying? Like Common's a rapper, lyricist. So I grew up really enjoying lyricists, and then I think when I was like 14 or so, I really got into like J. Cole. I was a big J. Cole fan, still am to this day. But I just like the way he could paint stories, man. I thought it was just such a beautiful art. Like it's like a lot of people have this preconceived notion of what hip hop is, you know what I'm saying? And they hear the stuff on the radio and they think that's what all hip hop is. And then all you got to do is show them someone like J. Cole is actually just painting pictures with his words.
Yeah.
So I really appreciated the fact that he really stuck to like the true art form of hip hop. So I really fell in love with that style. So like when I was first started off freestyling, like it was like J. Cole influence heavy, like you could hear it. And then I realized when I was about like 18 or so, I was like, growing up in Florida, like YNW Melly started popping, and like this melodic sound of hip hop started really popping. So I was like, all right, I gotta figure out how to do that too. So like for like 6 months or so, bro, I like listened to straight Melly, and picked up some influences, just the way to like carry a melody on the beat and just different styles. And then here we are now type shit, you know?
I love it, dude.
Yeah, just kind of just taking from here and just influences that I had growing up. And then I finally feel like now I'm coming into my own and realizing like what I want to do with this music thing. So
yeah, I've heard some people, like, as they start developing their own musical style and stuff, they'll not really look at artists for inspiration as much because like they don't want it to influence their sound.
Absolutely. And that's why I feel like I'm getting into my own, because I like start to hear things from other artists, and instead of being like, yo, that shit was fire, I'm like, you could have tweaked that and made it a little bit better, you know what I'm saying? So I'm a little more critical about it now, and it's definitely reflecting my music, because the music I have today is just light years above what If You Didn't Know sounded like, you know what I'm saying? Just sonically. So yeah.
I want to touch on a single you dropped too.
For sure.
And it came with a video, New Pajamas.
Yeah.
And you had that was fire. That was super fire. And the video, in the video, I was wondering, was that a YouTube beat? Like, was that?
Yeah. So when I did If You Didn't Know, and back in like 2019, I was only on YouTube, just because I was like, we didn't have a really big producer network of like friends sending us beats. So like the beats I were getting were like cool, but like I wasn't in love with them. So I would just go on YouTube and just search for hours,
all those on your EP?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I think every song on my Spotify except for maybe one was a YouTube beat.
Wow.
Yeah, but like moving forward, we got away from that. But yeah, it was mostly YouTube beats.
That's sick, dude.
Yeah.
That's sick. Wow. So yeah, I would just like the intro. I mean, the whole video is bangs, but the intro to that, I was like, yo, this is sick. How you had it all together.
Yeah, we were kind of just all together, and the videographer pulled up, and I was like, yo, before we head to the next location, let's just shoot some bullshit here. And then he like texted me after. He's like, yo, the footage from the house is pretty straight. I was like, all right, just throw it in the beginning. So
sick.
yeah, it turned out really well.
That's sick.
Shout out Jake 007.
He edited that one too?
Yeah, he did New Pajamas and Wristwatch.
I saw he did the Wristwatch one. Yeah, I wanted to touch on the Wristwatch. Yeah, that was super cool too to see that video and then
editing
see it
was
flourish.
insane
Yeah,
on that.
Yeah, bro.
dude.
The story behind that is crazy because like I was about to move to Tallahassee the day after we were supposed to shoot the video, right? So like when he pulled up to my crib, like I remember that morning I woke up at like 7 a.m. I was like, I have no plans for this video because it was like so last minute. It was like one of those things I texted him like 2 days before. I was like, I got to shoot a video to this song because I know this song is going to do well. And if we don't have a video, I'm going to be mad. So he pulled up to the crib and I literally was like, let's go to Joann Fabrics and get some green screen, I guess, and like just try to make something work. And we spent that whole day in my house, bro. Just moved all the furniture. And that whole video is literally shot in my house, except for like the one scene in the red hoodie, the Tropic Supply. I was just driving to get coffee, and I saw it in Cape Coral over by like Pondella, I think. And I was like, yeah, that could work. So we just went out there and shot it, man. Yeah, it was super last minute, but it turned out really well. He did his thing on that too. It's fire. Yeah.
So do you want to before we get into anything else, go to ads or where are we at?
Yeah, we could take a break real quick and
Sure.
then bring it back because this one I need to update this camera.
All right, for sure.
All right, we'll be right back. Enjoy the ads in the meantime.
Yes, sir. Have you ever thought about starting your own podcast? When I was trying to get this podcast off the ground, I had a lot of questions. How do I record an episode? How do I get my show into all the apps people like to listen? How do I make money from my podcast? The answer to every one of these questions is really simple. Anchor. Anchor is a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, and distributing your podcast. Best of all, it's 100% free and ridiculously easy to use. And now, Anchor can match you with great sponsors who want to advertise on your podcast. That means you can get paid to podcast right away. In fact, that's what I'm doing by reading this ad. And let me tell you guys a little bit about Anchor. So, like I said, it's a one-stop shop, distributing, you put your podcast on. It couldn't be easier to use. My brother and I, when we started this podcast, we're looking around for a website. Where do we get our podcast up and running? How do we get it? Literally those exact questions. How do we get it on iTunes? How do we get it on Spotify? And I was trying to do that stuff by myself. And that's when I started looking up. And there's other ones you can use like J-Pod and all that. But let me tell you, Anchor, nobody's going to do it as great as Anchor. And most of all, it's free. So that's what you always do, man. That's what you love is Anchor being free. So if you've always wanted to start a podcast, make money doing it, go to anchor.fm/start. That's anchor.fm/start to join me in the diverse community of podcasters already using Anchor. Once again, that's anchor.fm/start. I can't wait to hear your podcast. Thank you for viewing. Oh, that's good. Fucking it up. Thank you for watching, viewing, and subscribing.
I love it.
We're in it. We're already fucking up, but it's good.
That's what it's all
you know
about.
What I'm saying? Yes, sir.
You recognize these faces.
Yeah.
You've never been in here before, though.
I've been in here before. Fresh face to the podcast.
First time.
Breaking them in.
Welcome in.
Breaking them in the right way.
Yeah, you killed it today. So we got a special episode today, and Favi, of course, did her thing. I was telling him off air, like I said, he asked me, he's like, what'd she do? I'm like, I don't know, but we'll see. Yeah, like she killed it for sure. And then
I love that
you
thing.
blew me away. Like I was like, gosh, dude, you do your thing.
I was thinking
Do your
maybe like
thing.
a one box of like something. Just like, oh, here's something for him. But she came with all of this, dude.
I know.
I know when y'all call me up, it's for something important. So I know I gotta show up for you, make you look good, make us look good, make your people look good.
Appreciate it.
That's what we do.
And it's been a minute since the last time you were here for the Slight episode.
Yeah.
So we wanted to bring you on also so you could talk kind of about how you've like adapted and evolved. Seems like you've been making some big moves since then.
Yeah, like with everything that went on this year with 2020 and the quarantine and everything like that, I really had to kind of restructure what the business was going to be. I wasn't really sure how I was going to pivot, how I was going to make sense. Events shut down, and that was kind of the primary focus of what I was trying to do. And last October, Drew and I had sat down and we were really trying to come up with a couple different ideas to partner up. We knew that we really liked each other's business styles. I loved the hustle that he had. I loved how he had his customer service. I loved his education background. I'm gonna gas him for a second, but he ain't all that. I'm gonna do this one time for you, Drew. So just chill. But he's got a master's in business finance. From your episode, you guys know, like he's just and him and Spencer are both athletes. I love athletes because they understand the aspect of, failure is part of the process. You have to be able to persevere through that. And a lot of people don't get that, and as entrepreneurs, you have to be able to have the mental toughness to keep pushing through, especially in industries of like creative industries or food industries where, it's hard out here, and you really have to love what you do and have the ability to keep pushing through. So when Drew approached me last October, we had a concept that we were working on that thank God we didn't do, because the corona would have killed us with that shit. It would have shut everything. It would have shut everything down. So that was kind of a blessing. But about halfway through, a couple months ago, we kind of sat down and he came up to me and he's like, yo, so Spencer approached me about an idea about doing some dessert stuff. Like, I told him we gotta bring our girl in. We gotta bring in Favi because she's the pastry plug around here. And I was like, all right, I'm on board, because like I already knew Spencer a little bit from knowing Trey, One Way TB, just because Drew manages him with Atomic Management Group, and I had done a lot of shows with Victor, who does the Saiyan seasons, and Trey's my favorite artist around here, hands down. So I'm always putting him on the lineup just selfishly. So, I know Spencer a little bit, and his demeanor is so calm and consistent. He's got great networking skills. He's a phenomenal barber, and I'll tell you right now, barbers know how to network better than anybody. Like, they know how to cut it up better than anybody. So he was an essential part of a great team that I think we're building. So we've been sitting down, and we're gonna launch the Atomic Mix, which is what Favi Cakes is transitioning into, and we're really excited. And I'm gonna let them talk a little bit because I talk too much already. And
no, you're doing great.
I know.
I'm proud of you.
Yeah, I wanted to say, was that written? Did you write that? Like, that was fire.
I've been waiting so long to have a team, and like I did this shit solo for so long, and that was hard, and my life changed a lot this year. So I'm solo on a lot of different levels. So to have people that believe in me and really saw something in me and wanted that, like, it's brought my game to a whole new level, because now I'm not just responsible for myself, I'm responsible for my team. So I'm so grateful for that. It's given me motivation every day to be like, I gotta keep grinding. Yeah. So I'm not just grinding for me. And my girl Anna, she's working for me. She's been cranking in the bakery, like cranking, so that I can do the business stuff that I've been neglecting. So
that's dope.
I'm super excited. We've got all kinds of things in the works.
So then, is the kitchen that we saw, is that going to be the headquarters, or are you moving locations?
So we're going to be doing our production out of the commercial kitchen at Fort Myers. So we're actually going to be able to like produce and crank out some shit, because I'm going from having like a home oven that fits like two half sheet pans to like 2 convection ovens that fit 8 half sheet pan or full sheet pans. So like my production value is going up by like 16 times. I'm giddy. I brought them to the kitchen and they were just like looking at me. I'm sitting there like, oh my God, I can make so much so fast.
That's it.
They got like a floor mixer. It's like a 64 quart floor mixer. I'm like, I can make so much buttercream at one time. I'm excited.
That's awesome.
So do you have anything coming up that you'd want people to know about like soon? Anything like any like events or are you guys opening something as far as like a shop or anything like that people could go to? Is that in the works?
So we'll be doing an online platform here soon. Right now, we're really just getting people comfortable with the fact that Favi Cakes is transitioning to the Atomic Mix. We want people to get introduced to, us as a team and us as individuals, and as we're kind of setting up the foundation of the business, because we're really, we're taking our time with that. I think it's important. A lot of people rush things, but we're trying to build something that's going to be, long term. We're trying to create create generational wealth for ourselves and our families. We're trying to create a business that's not just fly by night. You know, we're trying to create something that's going to have longevity. So we're taking our time with that part. But in the meantime, we're going to start having fun with content, man. Like, you know, we got JusLo, we got Authentic Perspective that's going to be doing some videos. We're going to do some fun, you know, pastry stuff. You know me, like I've always got so many ideas, and you know, now I actually have people who are like, yo, let's make it happen. I'm like, all right, let's go.
Now, is that all going to be, or is that going to mainly be short form content, or are you thinking about like launching a YouTube channel or something like that with like more longer content, like process videos of baking or anything like that?
Probably a little bit of both, you know. We'll probably do some short-term content with Instagram and things like that. I'd like to do some like little tutorials with the cakes. One of the fun things that I'm hoping to do for the holidays is sell kits, so that like people can make some of the little naked cakes with me, and just do some small videos, and people can see for themselves like this shit ain't easy, but they can have fun and be creative. And you know, we have such a great artistic community that I'm really excited to kind of play around with it and see what people got.
Yeah, and I feel like that could be fun for like the whole family, you know, if it was like a little kit to make your own thing, like a mom could buy that, do that with her kids in a night or something like that, you know. I feel like everyone would love that.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're going to be doing delivery and like late night, so we'll start rolling out doing some delivery stuff in the next couple, probably like mid next month, end of next month. We're going to start doing specific nights just to kind of get our logistics down, but so like if you got that late night craving, you want that sweet, you know, your cake dealers, I got you.
We pulling up right on you wherever you at.
That's right.
That's sick. That is changing the game for sure.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
Yeah, and you know, with Atomic Management Group and different things that we're doing with that, once events kind of do get bigger and get more comfortable again, you know, part of my background was event coordinating, you know, way back before I even got in the community out here, which is why I was so comfortable with doing the stuff with Victor. So, you know, we have a unique perspective about, you know, because we've worked with music artists, because we've worked with creatives, you know, we kind of understand how to portray you, how to sell you, how to create an event that makes sense for you. So, you know, part of what I would like to do on the catering end is really explore those avenues too, you know, really help elevate people, help, you know, make your album release or your, you know, different things that you're doing really highlight you. You know, that's kind of my specialty. I go in and I see what you're all about, and I'm gonna highlight you through a fan's perspective, because at the end of the day, like, I'm a fan, like, I'm such a fangirl.
Yeah.
Like, I'm such a fangirl.
Yep.
You know, but that helps me see people, you know, from a consumer perspective too. So.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Did you want to go over anything you have on the table today for today's episode?
Yes, so this is going to be a big part of what our menu is about. So we've got mini brownies and cake balls on in the little cups, and then brownies, the small size brownies, and then chocolate covered Oreos. So the mini brownies, there's 4 flavors. It's gonna be apple pie, lemon blueberry, and raspberry white chocolate, and then a vanilla one with like a little crunch on the outside.
He like,
Wow.
I'm hungry.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Ew, you know, those balls are good in your mouth, I'll tell you what.
Yeah, it's cool to see that y'all are adapting to the changes, because like with no, like, the events aren't like they were, you know, and who knows when they are going to be like they were and whatever. We just got to kind of embrace this new normal and just adapt and overcome and whatever. And it's really it's awesome to see you guys doing that. Where can they find you at on social media platforms? Do you have the pages launched yet, or is this still in the making?
So we do have the Instagram up and ready. It's the Atomic Mix. We didn't post anything yet, but we're getting everything ready to roll out. It's gonna be dope, man. Like she said, we're building a foundation. We're adjusting, adapting to everything that's going on. So we're focusing on the e-commerce and providing that hand-to-hand delivery. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like I told you guys before, like to focus on that customer service. You know what I mean? Like make you guys feel good, and now you got something that you're gonna eat that's good too. So
Yeah, we know the quality is there.
Yeah.
And I'll say, with some of these delivery apps like DoorDash and Uber Eats and stuff like that, there's some ways that like they're lacking. They're slacking, and like they could be a little better. And I feel like you already know all the ways.
Yeah.
facts.
Straight up.
All right, is there anything else you wanted to say before we move along?
No, just I want you guys to taste this and see what it's all about. And, we're really trying to create an experience for our community and for the culture, like we got you covered on shoes, we got you covered on cuts, we got you covered on pastries, music, entertainment, like we're really trying to be well-rounded and be the plug on all of it. I'm the pastry plug, Drew's your sneaker plug, Spencer's over here cutting it up, like we got you covered on a little bit of all of it. So, I'm usually over here gassing people up, but I believe in this community, and that's why I love what y'all are doing here with City of Palms podcast. That's why I love what our creative community is doing around here. Like I celebrated my birthday last night. Victor did a little party, and it was just so amazing to see people come out and see people really show support and see that come back, and we have a really beautiful network here. And I think people oftentimes think that Southwest Florida is so disconnected, but really there's so much love here, and there's so much. I think that if people realize there's enough bread on the table for all of us to win, and that if you don't have to love everybody, you don't have to do what everybody else is doing. Just be you, do your thing, stay in your lane. But if we just keep supporting each other and realize that if one person wins, we all win. That's how we beat this system, because there's a lot of things going on in the world right now that it's more important than ever that we stick together.
Facts.
And we take ownership back of this stuff, and that's how we do it. We do it through small little steps like this. We invest in each other, and that's what it's all about.
That's real.
I couldn't have said it better myself.
Yeah.
All right, thank you guys for. Did you have anything else you wanted to say to them, Danny?
That's it, dude. Yeah, just keep doing your thing. I can already see it. She touched on the whole trio aspect, and that's what I see. Walking into a building could get dripped up, could get me looking fresh, and could also get me fed. What more can I ask for? You know what I mean?
And have a dope ass soundtrack in the meantime.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's all the atomic mix, and it's in the works. So I'm super dope to hear that. Keep grinding. You guys are on the right path for real.
Speaking of dope ass soundtrack, let's get back to episode 62 with JusLo.
Let's get it. We're back.
Hope you enjoyed the ad.
Yeah. So we left off on Wristwatch.
Yeah.
And I wanted to talk about that song is the one that got on 2K, right? So is that the newest 2K, or that's the one that's popping?
Yeah. So it's on not 2K21. I think comes out in a couple months, but it's on 2K20 right now. On the United Masters update. Shout out United Masters. Had to do the plug.
Shout out there. So that's sick, dude.
Yeah.
That's sick. And did that make the video on YouTube pop off too? Because yeah, because I was seeing that one's up there. I was damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
After 2K, Wristwatch kind of just spiked. Yeah, I think it did 100,000 in the first 9 months, and then now we're doing 100,000 a month. Damn. In streams. So it definitely just shot up after the 2K thing. It kind of just gave that cosign, you know what I mean? And,
for sure.
And it's kind of cool to turn on a game I started playing when I was younger, and always dreamed about being in as a player. And it's I quit basketball, but still made it on 2K. So,
that's fucking dope.
Subtle.
That's so sick.
Yeah, that was super exciting. Shout out to Peter at United Masters. He kind of helped push it along. It was a competition on United Masters for all artists, and he kind of helped me out pushing it through the different people that had to go through the higher ups. And I got a text one morning, it's going to be on the newest update. And
that's sick.
Yeah, dream come true, to be honest. Super blessed, man.
Yeah, that's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, and was it, I saw your song, one of your songs blow up on TikTok, before you had started TikTok, or it was Triller, it was a dance that started taking off virally. I think it was from a single you released, it was either Split, or it was, from Split, so it
might have been Gold in My Face,
or Roll Another.
In My Face.
Yeah, one of those, yeah.
Yeah, they did all right. We did all right with marketing and everything up until we really started going in on TikTok. Just because I wasn't, personally, I just wasn't really 100% locked in on the marketing. I was more so focused just on the music, and I kind of just made this switch where it's all right, if this is gonna work, I have to be all in on all fronts. You know what I'm saying? It can't just be the music. I got to be worried about the brand, worried about social media, worried about merch if we want to do merch. You know what I'm saying? So it's just all about just just hustling. Finding something that works for you, the 3-word freestyle on TikTok, and then just doing that shit every day, just waking up, making a conscious effort just to work on it and do it. So
That's real.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
That's all it is, man. Just hustle.
Yeah.
You want something, just hustle.
That's true.
Just hustle.
So I want to get into that too. Like as far as your TikTok blowing up, and I mean, like you got like almost 500,000 followers on TikTok.
It's pretty surreal.
Quick too.
Yeah.
Like,
I think just one day I was chilling. Well, we went to LA. So basically, we went to LA. We did some songs with the producer at Sony, and his manager. Like the whole trip was just like, yo, like your music's great, but like TikTok's important. Like you need a following on TikTok. And this one I had like 600 followers, like nothing. So when I came home, I like kind of took it a little personal. I was like, all right, I'm gonna make this work. Got a little competitive with it, and we were just sitting on the couch, me and my girlfriend Patty. And we were just sitting on the couch, and I was like, all right, babe, just give me 3 words real quick. And then I took the camera outside and just did a quick freestyle, and then it kind of caught. So I was like, all right, instead of trying something else, let me just keep doing this. Like, I don't need to dance or anything. I want to be a rapper, so I might as well rap on TikTok. And then we did the We Paid one with the whistle, and botched the whistle, of course, but it kind of made it a meme. And then that one really picked up. I think that was the first one that hit 1 million views. And then it was kind of just like, okay, I got something here. So then it's just been about being creative, not being at the same place. You know, all the TikTok things, worry about lighting and what Patty's wearing, you know what I mean? Like just the small little details I could care less about, but I know they're gonna work, you know what I mean? So yeah, that was kind of the TikTok thing. It was really spur of the moment. Like it wasn't really well thought out at all. It was kind of just like, all right, let's try a 3-word freestyle. And then it turned into its own thing. Yeah.
Super sick, super smart too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and super like the impeccable timing, dude.
Honestly.
Yeah. Impeccable timing.
Honestly,
and
bro.
and the transition that it's like that you've formatted from TikTok to Instagram is fucking like props, bro.
Yeah,
because
I appreciate
like
it.
usually I'll see a poppin' like rapper or someone who has got talent on TikTok, and curiosity go to their Instagram. And it'd be nothing, but to see the like traction that you're pulling over is, dude, amazing.
And I think a big thing of that is just like one of the little things in the TikTok you might even overlook is just the laugh at the end. Like I make sure I do the laugh at the end every single time because it's that personable thing. Like people can watch the video and see me rap and then just keep scrolling. Oh, that's a cool rap. Like, but when I do that, I feel like when I do the laugh, they feel like they're actually getting to know me a little bit and getting to know me on the personal side. So then it's like, oh, this guy, he seems funny. Let me see his Instagram. Boom. You know, that's all it is. It's just giving a little personality because I pretty much say the same thing. All right, babe, 3 words, and then just rap. You know what I'm saying? So if it was just that, like I'm not smiling, I'm not laughing, I'm not telling any jokes, like people aren't gonna fall in love with the personality. They're just gonna like the bars.
Yep.
So it's just adding that little element just to get people to be like, oh, I might actually want to follow
It's
this
genius.
guy.
Yeah, genius, really.
Yeah, and then the 2K thing really helped. When I posted, I was like, all right, because everyone was like, yo, you should make music. You should make music. These freestyles are great in the comments. And then I was like, all right, well, I actually have a song on 2K right now. So I think that's what also helped just drive those people to the Instagram, like, oh, what is this guy doing? You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Do you consciously play with your hair too?
Yeah, man. So that's been my thing since I was a kid. Like when I was little, I like grew up and went to all white schools. So like my hair was always different than everybody else's. So I would always play with it. Like even when I was in like 1st, 2nd grade, and like the teacher I remember when I was in like 1st grade called me out in front of the whole class, like, Logan, stop playing with your hair. And I don't know why. Like she wasn't being mean or anything, but it just stuck with me. And ever since that day, like that's my thing. I guess it's just like my nervous twitch, you know?
Yeah,
people
for
bite
sure.
their fingernails, I just twist my hair.
It's another one of those things though, where like when you're scrolling, when you see like you with your hair,
and I made a conscious
like,
effort, exactly, to
it's a
brand
personality
the brand
thing.
the curls because I'm gonna just
That's
keep
sick.
growing my hair out. So when people see the hair, they kind of.
And I feel like that's the top way in today's age to really be able to brand yourself on your own without signing or anything like that.
Sure,
because
bro.
when people subscribe to you for your personality, that's how you become the famous YouTuber or whatever. Because
Exactly.
people subscribe to you. It's not necessarily because you're a
Exactly.
skilled musician.
Exactly.
But if you've got both, they're gonna subscribe to you. You know, it's like sometimes it takes the label to get people to look at your talent.
100%.
But if you're just a personable guy,
Exactly.
that's why people are gonna look.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah, and
For sure.
I see it as like when I twist my hair, it's like, you know, Hoodie Mellow. Like when have you ever heard Hoodie Mellow?
Nah.
All right, well, Carmelo Anthony, right?
Okay.
I think it was like 2 years ago, 3 years ago, he was like practicing to come back because he got cut. So he threw a hoodie on in all his workout videos and was going crazy.
okay.
And it became this thing like Hoodie Mellow
Okay.
was like a different mellow. So when I twist my hair, I just go Hoodie Mellow basically. Yeah.
Makes sense.
Pretty simple.
Oh shit.
That's hilarious.
So, anything you want to touch on there?
That must be a good practice, huh? Like all the 3-word freestyles you do, not only for the sake of content and growing your following, but that must just be good to practice like rapping like that.
Yeah,
you know?
no, for sure. I mean, I've just always grown up freestyling. So like, even if I make a record, like I never start by writing. Like I'll hear a beat and then just start freestyling over the beat to find like what pocket I like, what melodies I like, what kind of flow I like, and then go back in and write some shit down and make sure it's just hitting every single time. But it's definitely good practice, you know?
Yeah.
It's like every morning I gotta wake up, and regardless of like the real music, like I gotta make a TikTok where I gotta rap. So it's like just training my brain to be quick on the fly, get those words, and just crank them out. So definitely good practice with wordplay.
Do you write out how often do you write out verses like as if there's a concept you want to relay in your song or an idea you want to express or something? Is there times where you'll write it out like a poem and then try to match it to a beat?
Honestly, no. I've never once just written something and then like try to put it on a beat, to be honest. Because I just feel like I'm very much a like freestyle person, like that just in my nature, like that's just how my brain works. So I feel like when I write too much, it just sounds like I'm just like fighting with the beat, like trying to make this work too much.
Yeah.
So that's why freestyling really helps me. So like if I ever really want to convey a point, like what you said, like on like Just Want to Do Right on If You Didn't Know, like the last song, I wrote that because I wanted to tell people like this is what I want you to get from this song. But like some like New Pajamas, which is like cranking, like I freestyle that whole thing. Yeah,
Word.
I didn't write anything down. So it
That's
makes it a
sick.
little difficult when I need the lyrics because I got to go back and listen to my song and shit. But yeah, so it just depends, man. Like if I'm really trying to say something, then I'm going to get my thoughts together. But like if it's a turn up record, like I'll just freestyle through it because it makes more sense because I'm just going with the melody, you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to fit anything where it doesn't need to be. I'm just rolling with it.
That's skill though. Like not a lot of people can do that.
Yeah.
For sure. That's outstanding.
I'm thankful that I just grew up doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like I know no other way. And I think it helps me sometimes where I don't have this musical IQ where I listen to a beat and I'm like, oh, G flat. So this is going to sound good with this kind of melody. You know what I'm saying? Like I just hear a beat and then whatever comes first, it's just, that's what I'm putting down. So
That's real.
it's kind of like second nature kind of thing, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Like that's what like Juice World did. Like the Lil Dicky was saying in an interview, he said like Juice World would just walk into a freestyle.
Yeah.
Or walk into the studio, freestyle like a bunch of songs and say, okay, tell the producer like pick what he wants.
Yeah.
And, not a lot of people are doing that. Similar to you.
I'm not gonna compare myself to Juice WRLD because that nigga was different. R.I.P. Juice WRLD, of course, but yeah, like it's just that idea where he just walked in and whatever he felt on that beat, he just laid it down, and he was freestyle Lucid Dreams. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, crazy. Yeah, he was. Yeah.
R.I.P. Juice, man.
Straight up.
Really
R.I.P.
sad.
It is. It's kind of like it sucks, dude. It kind of goes hand in hand with like you see people blow up and then like you see them take a turn. We touched on it like before with like there's a lot of rappers that came up in like 2016 like Lil Pump, Lil Xan that you don't hear of anymore, and it's like I don't know if it's financially or what happened, but they got screwed eventually.
Yeah, I think it just goes back to the Pound Cake, the Drake song.
Yeah.
All that other bullshit is here today and gone tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's just how it is, man. Like if you're a type of person that follows trends in this music thing, like you will follow the trend to the edge of the cliff. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're gonna follow a trend, when that trend dies, like you were with that trend, man. Like you have to be in a space where you're innovating. Like Drake just shot a Nike commercial for a music video. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to innovate because if you just follow a trend, you get associated with the trend, and when that trend dies, you're done for. And that was kind of like the whole like, by no means I'm not shitting on these artists, but like the whole Lil Pump and the Lil Xan thing. It was just like they saw the trend of face tats and turning up saying whatever you want works. But like, bro, like it was a trend. Like it was cool in 2016, but like 2020, it's like, nah, that shit ain't hitting the same. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
'cause,
absolutely.
Like, his demographic, like Gucci Gang was cool when it came out, but I don't want to hear Gucci Gang today.
Right.
Like I'm just not in that mind space to want to hear that shit right now. You know what I'm saying? So it's really about just finding who you are. Not really, at least for me. It's just I found who I am and who I want to be as an artist, and I'm not trying to follow none of these trends. I just want to do what I want to do, and I feel like it's gonna work out just because there's only one JusLo. You know what I mean? So,
yeah, for sure.
And you can use the trends like to ride the wave to get speed.
Sure,
You know what I'm saying?
for sure.
Instead of just like crashing.
Exactly. There's a happy medium with it, of course. There's a happy medium, but you just have to make sure you're not teetering too much. And that's why, like with the TikTok thing, like I don't do the dances. Like I don't really follow the trends on there. Like I came in with the emphasis, like I'm not a TikTok rapper. I'm just a rapper who's gonna figure out how to use TikTok.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why I don't do the dances. That's why I start my own trend and I'm just gonna ride it out. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. I think it's just really important to find yourself and then just keep going with it.
Yeah, absolutely. That's real, man.
That's what it is. Even in life too. Fuck the music shit.
Yeah, no, it's real, man.
Just get your space together and you're good.
Straight up. How do you feel about the music scene around here locally?
Love it. C Stunner's project was crazy.
Stunna season.
Yeah,
See Stunna
that
the
shit
Beast.
was crazy, bro.
Yeah.
That nigga can rap, bro.
Yeah.
I want to get on a record with him so bad. That was.
Ill.
I can make it
Yeah,
happen.
bro. Yeah.
I can make it
We
happen.
no, we definitely should.
For sure.
We definitely should. I
Yeah.
reached out to him and it was just like on some homie shit and it was just like, yo, that record, like your project was crazy, bro. Cause he be rapping. And then Tay, I've known Tay for forever. We made a song like 2 years ago, just on some bullshit. But yeah, Tay is crazy too. Just his melodies he be hitting are crazy. Like he can actually sing.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
for
Like
sure.
people hear the auto tune and people hear the trap melodies and it's like you might want to write him off, but like he can sing. Like in person, it's just unbelievable. So yeah, definitely see Stunna and Tay would just definitely be my favorites for sure.
Dope.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah, Stunna's wanting to charge a feature. I'm saying it right now. I can
Yeah.
get you a Stunna verse for free probably. I don't want to talk outlandish, but I got connects, bro. See Stunna, you know I'm gonna do it.
Say
You
less.
know I'ma
Say
do
less.
it.
It's on Danny then.
I
It's
bet.
on Danny then. Say less.
I pay for him and I'm like, yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I'm good, bro.
You tell me it's straight, but you paid the whole thing.
Yeah, right.
Just because you want to hear it
Yeah,
so bad.
exactly.
Right.
Hey, that's
dude.
a fan right there. That'd be a stan right there. That's crazy.
Man, so when was your first time performing? Was it locally?
Nah. So actually, my first performance was nuts. I was at Messiah College, and this was like the SoundCloud era. So like, my music wasn't great by any means. In like 2018, and I don't know if y'all know Lecrae. You know Lecrae? He's like a Christian rapper.
Yeah.
He's like pretty big. Like
Yeah.
for Christian rap, like he's probably like the Jay-Z of Christian rap.
For sure.
And he actually came. They got him for a show at my school, and they weren't able to fill one of the openers. So they kind of just like told the school, like sent out emails like, is anyone interested in opening for Lecrae? And I was like, all right, let's try it. Like I didn't really have that great of records, but I was like, all right, I'll try it. I went in, auditioned, got it. And then I remember the day of the concert, I like walked outside and it was like a line wrapped around the building, bro, for my first show, like SoundCloud Records. And like Sam wasn't there. Like I was just
Damn.
like, oh shit, like here we are. And I think it ended up being like 1,700 people, bro.
Damn.
What?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah. So I went out and it actually went really well, like
Damn.
surprisingly.
What were your nerves
Yeah.
like before that?
Dog, I remember just sitting there and like both my feet were like just jumping up and down. I was just like, bro, I don't know if I could do this. And then finally I just settled in. I was like I love rapping. So I was like, once I got on stage, I remember like the first like 2 or 3 bars, shaky. Like I remember they were shaky. And then finally I was just like, yo, this is what you like to do. Like all these people are here to listen to your music right now. Like I know they're here for Lecrae, but I just kind of turned it and I was like, these people are watching you right now. It's time to turn it on. So I did my thing, bro. And it actually turned out really well. And then actually the other opener who was supposed to go on after me, like somebody came out and was like, yo, she's running 10 minutes late. Can you keep going? So I had to like on the fly do an encore. So I was like, who wants to hear an encore? Like obviously they don't. But like people were like, yeah. So nah, it was a great first experience because it was kind of like 1,700 people for the first show. It's like
That's wild.
Huge.
it's like if I
yeah.
could do that, then shit, I feel like after that I was just like, all right, I could do anything at that point. Like it was basically like an arena. Obviously didn't have arena numbers, but I was like, all right, like I think I'm ready for this shit type shit. So no, it was a great first experience. Kind of just throw you in the deep end right away. You know
For
what
sure.
I mean? There's no easing into it. But I feel like it definitely helped my confidence. Because now, like, when we were in Tally, like, and did, like, the pot shows with, like, 150 people, felt so homey, so easy to do just because it's, like, I've done the 1,000 people who don't even want to hear my shit. So now if I go to a place with 100 people who came for me, that's different. You know what I'm saying? Like,
That
the
crowd
energy's
will be
there,
turning
bro.
up.
The
Yeah,
energy's there,
yeah.
exactly. So, yeah, first show was surreal.
Was there anything you learned from that first, like any like maybe slip-ups you made or whatever that you learned and took to the smaller performances?
Yeah, it was just that idea that it's like, even if these people didn't come to see me, I'm gonna give them a show and make them want to watch. You know what I mean? Like, this is what you love to do. People are here to literally listen to my music. Like, shit, I'm making my room. People are now coming out to listen to live. So it's like, how can I not turn it on? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like, I've just always been the type of person, like, I'm real cool being behind the camera, being on stage. Like, that's just always been my personality. So, like, for me, it's like, as soon as I get up there and I can hear my voice on the mic, it's on. I'm just rapping. Let's go.
That's real.
Yeah.
And you did Okeechobee, right?
Yeah.
How-
we did Okeechobee right before like Corona hit.
Yeah, right.
It was like right on the cusp.
Yeah. How did that play out?
It was good, man. I wasn't a performer like on the list. I was brought to open for one of our friends up in Tally, Ray Benton. So it was like one of the first acts of the day. But it was just surreal being on that stage, man. Like, real festival. Like, you get up there and there's like a stage manager. What do you need? Da-da-da with the mic. Like, blah, blah, blah. Like, they're just on their shit, and it just felt like even though it was craziness, like the whole time I just felt like, damn, I can't wait till this is like I'm a headliner on the stage. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I could do what I want with the lights and all, you know what I mean, with the pyro and all that stuff. But no, it was a great experience, man. I had like a 10-minute set, just turned up. It was cool to hear my music that loud on those speakers, just blasting through the whole place. But no, it was a really cool experience, man. First festival. And my dad came with me too, so like he was backstage, and it was lit. We were turning up together, so it was really fun.
Does performing, like especially somewhere like a festival like that, does that like whenever you go back into the studio where it's just you and like the producer or whatever, does it like, do you take anything from that performance and take it into the studio?
That's a good question.
Like, do you then keep in mind, like, oh, what's this gonna sound like here? What am I gonna do during that in my set?
I mean, yes, in terms of like, I feel like turn up music, like I get a better sense of what works, because it's not necessarily the records that you think will work. Like J. Cole has a lot of records that you don't think would be turn up records at a festival, but they go off. You know what I'm saying? Like the subtle ones that are like, he be rapping, and then everyone in the crowd is rapping. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, I don't really know if I take something directly from when I perform, but I definitely just experiences of just like, do you think this will go off? Like if we're trying to make one of those records that are lit, it's like, do you think this will go off? It was on the big speakers, and usually the answer is yes. So that usually works out. But no, that was a really good question.
Word. So.
Oh.
No.
Y'all looked at each other. I was like, here come the hard ones.
No, not even at all. No, you're going to LA next month. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
So, and you said you've already been once.
Yeah, I went out once like a month ago for like a couple days. Was
that like testing waters? Because I'm curious as an outsider looking in, because like I see you, bro.
Yeah, of course.
I see you going to LA.
Sure.
You did a video with Dirty Dom. I see Dirty Dom. So it's like you're working, dude, and I see you, connecting, building these networks. So it's like, I know there's a plan, and I know you're not just going to LA like hopes and dreams gonna, there's a plan set in stone, and I don't want you to unveil anything that don't speak on it if it's not like whatever.
I'll spill the tea.
But yeah, so like I just want to know, like you're definitely going places. You're gonna like be a headliner. You're gonna be huge, and I just want to know kind of like what's in your head now, like just living here, being a month out from a big move,
potentially your whole life changing.
No, honestly, it's one of those things where like a year ago, if we were to move to LA, it would be forced. But now, honestly, we can't get there quicker enough, just because of the way, honestly, TikTok blew up, and then the streams and like 2K. There's just so many things going in that direction where it's like every day, me and my manager Sam are on the phone with people that are in LA. So it's like in those connections, like you said, like with Dirty Dom and like just other influencers out there, and like I can now use TikTok to get in those circles with people that could inevitably make my songs go viral. You know what I'm saying? Like if I pull up there with 1 million followers, and I can get into whatever the house is called where Addison be doing Renegade all day, and just be like, yo, Addison, can you throw me 3 words real quick?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's not like I'm giving her $50K for a video to one of my songs. It's I'm bringing Addison into my brand, and I'm making my brand bigger. And that's what I feel like the LA move is, man. It's about JusLo, and then also me and Sam, like one of our goals one day is to start a label. So like if you want to start a label, music industry is pretty much all just about who you know and relationships and who you can ask a favor about. So us going out to LA, like we could do everything here and it would probably work. But at the same time, I'm not focused on just making JusLo the biggest artist in the world or whatever. Like we have other goals down the line that make the LA move just make sense.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like we need to be out there and we need to have our own relationships with the right people, because inevitably one day when we transition away from the artistry and we move into a position where we can help artists that went through the struggles and all the bullshit we had to go through, then it's like I need to be able to call in a favor from this guy and be able to have this TikToker do the dance for me. You know what I'm saying? It's the move to LA is just all about us creating sustainability and being able to make our brand big enough where we can do what we want to do and these other dreams and other goals that we have. And it just makes sense, man. Like, and I just love LA. Like, to be honest, like I'm a Florida boy. Like I like the tropical weather. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't fucking rain. Like I can wear my hoodies and I don't sweat. So like it's just like it's a simple move in terms of like I just want to live there, and then also it's like moving forward we got a lot of big things we want to do
for sure,
and we need to have those connections.
Yep. That's facts.
Yeah. It's exciting, man.
It is, dude. It's huge,
stressful
man.
as fuck though.
I bet. Yeah.
stressful as fuck, man. But it's good to come here and, you know, kick it with the boys and just chop it up. Bro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude, yeah.
It's always a blessing.
I'm glad we can make this happen for real.
For real.
Absolutely.
And shout out again to Favi for these desserts for real. Atomic Mix.
She
I'm
went
gonna
out,
blow them
went
up
in.
on my story later.
Hey.
My mom gonna be crying when she sees them.
What else we got, Danny?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, we can wrap it up. I want to give you a tip of business. You
Yeah,
know,
go
you said
ahead.
about building networks.
Go
I want to
ahead.
let you know that anything you need here, you know, on our end, dude, we got Southwest Florida covered for
For
you.
sure.
Like, let us know.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely. Fan
that's
ties.
that. For sure, dude. Like, no doubt. Let us know anything.
Absolutely.
And then, dude, it would just behoove probably you and your manager both to get in connections with that man, Drew from Atomic
for
Kicks.
sure. For
He's
sure.
literally the smartest guy I've ever met.
Absolutely.
So it's like, it's a connection that's like mandatory.
It's not a
for me.
coincidence we're all here at the same day.
Nothing's a coincidence, man.
We have
That's
merch.
it.
Exactly.
Yeah, save it. Don't say the merch
We're not
yet.
spoiling
Yeah.
it. We're not
Yeah.
spoiling it.
Oh.
We got some merch lined up, dude. I'll just
like
say
it.
it. Yeah, we got some merch
Yeah.
lined up where literally the front of the shirt says nothing is a coincidence. So
Really?
yeah,
Not even this.
Yes, sir.
up.
Not even
Yes, sir.
this.
That's
And you know,
crazy.
on this podcast, we have a lot of musicians, artists, rappers, and whatnot. But we try to interview the whole spectrum of like athletes, you know, entrepreneurs,
For sure.
musicians, anything. Who would you like to see on this show in the future? If you could just think of one random name, locally or anything, nothing's out of the box.
Truthfully, first name I thought it was my manager, Sam.
Let's go.
All right, so let's start
Just realistically, I feel like he would give you a lot more insight to just the ins and outs because like we talk about this all the time. My brain just goes a mile a minute, so I get lost in the details, which is sometimes a bad thing. But he has this whole like the last 3 years of all this shit lock and key. So like, and he can give you the manager perspective of that shit.
For
which
sure.
I don't know if you guys have had a manager on here before.
Him. Yeah.
Oh,
he
yeah, other
actually
than Drew,
manages
yeah.
Atomic Management.
Cool. Yeah.
And it was
But-
like a similar situation.
Yeah.
We got the artist on first, and then we
Right,
reached out to him, and building that insight.
I
for
definitely
sure.
would I think it would be a great interview.
And it probably
for
helps
sure.
so much to have like a figure like that in your career because then you're able, if you were focusing on all of that stuff.
Just realistically, I wouldn't be here. Just realistically, like it's that simple. I just wouldn't be able to do it because I don't have the brain capacity for all this shit, bro. Like it's just way too much. Like when you actually start getting into this shit, you realize why people aren't independent because they make it so difficult to be an independent artist and actually eat. You know what I'm saying? Like actually feed your family. So like, if he wasn't on the team, this would not be a thing. I would not be here. We would not be making videos. I would not be dropping music probably. Like I would just be working some 9 to 5 with my degree, bored as hell about life. So
Damn. Shout
yeah,
out
bro.
Sam.
Yeah,
Shout
shout
out
out
Sam.
Hey.
Shout out Sam, the manager.
And
There
shout
it
out you,
is.
man. Shout out
Yeah,
you, man.
bro,
Thanks
you're-
for coming, for real.
Absolutely,
you're going
bro.
far.
Glad we made this
I've
happen.
been waiting for this.
Yes, sir.
I've been waiting for it, bro.
Where can they find us at, Danny? Actually, where can they find you at? If you wanted to look at this
Oh,
camera,
yeah.
you can tell them all the platforms they can find you at.
It's JusLo on everything. ITSJUSLO. TikTok, Twitter. It's JusLo on Spotify, Instagram. It's JusLo. You know the vibes, boy.
Run it up.
Yee, where can they find us at, bro?
They can find us on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, anywhere you listen to podcasts. New episodes every Monday at City of Palms Podcast. Thank you for watching. Hit him with that outro, Soren.
Woo!
Yeah.
Fire.
Yeah, that was great.
Solid.
I'm gonna shout you out.